But let's talk a little more about rocks, because some rocks, they don't look as beautiful and as pristine. Nobody really wants to put them in a museum or anything. They just look ordinary, you know? This might be one of them that people choose to kick around. But when God shines His light upon us, then we realize that we have been changed. We become extraordinary. So let's try a little experiment. Let's turn off this light and let's use this light, which is a special light that geologists use to find out just what kind of stone they are working with. So now just look at this stone. To start off with, it was very ordinary, looks very ordinary, nothing very special about it. But now look, when this special light, can you see it? When this special light is shone on the stone, it actually shows a different quality of the stone. Let's use less light. Okay, so here we have our stone, but now we're shining this special light on it. I'm not sure you're seeing what I am seeing, but I'm seeing a very bright orange instead of just ordinary. I'm seeing a bright orange. Are you seeing that? It's like a firestone. That's what it has become. Can you see this one? It has become a very brilliant green, from ordinary to extraordinary. That's what happens when God shines His light upon us. Can you see that? From ordinary, can you see that special green? From ordinary to extraordinary. That's what the light of God does. Let's look again. Can you see that special orange? Now look at it. Just look in ordinary stone. But now look. When God light touches us, then our real value comes out. And as I said before, and these stones are not numbered among the 12 stones, because let me show you. I had a special case, and inside this special case was the 12 precious stones. They were housed in here. Now, if you notice, these stones, they are too big to hold in here. They really don't fit the description of a precious stone. They cannot hold in what we consider to be our special black box or compartment for housing our precious treasures, right? This is what these precious stones were housed in. You see, they fit securely in here, and as a display, you probably don't need a very big sample. And actually, maybe there is not enough, you know, for persons to display because it's just a very small thing that they can perhaps find to show an example of what the stone looks like. But these, not very attractive, don't fit in the special black box, but they have preciousness within them. And that's me, and that's you. We all have our unique quality and characteristics inside of us. And it takes the light of God to shine upon us to bring out our special qualities. Do you see that? The light of God makes the difference in our lives. It brings out. Do you see that precious yellow? Do you see ordinary? Do you see extraordinary? Yes, we are all precious stones with extraordinary qualities. And don't let anybody tell you that you're worthless and you're good for nothing and you're just to be placed in a rubble somewhere. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see that precious blue? Bluer than the ocean? Yes. This is what this stone can do. And more. But we'd never know unless we had the right equipment to pull out exactly what is on the inside. You see that green? Yes. When God shines his special light on us, then we are transformed from just ordinary to extraordinary. So, we have been looking at stones in the Bible and their significance. And we know they signify durability, they signify strength, they signify steadiness. We recall Aaron's breastplate and how it had those 12 gemstones that were representative of the New Jerusalem. And also, it was referred to as the breastplate of judgment. Then we looked at God shining his light upon us and transforming us from someone ordinary into extraordinary human beings that can carry out great feats for him. You know, as ourselves, we are weak, we are feeble, we are, withdrawn, we're shy, we can't really, do as we would like to. But when the Spirit of God enables us, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish through Him. So, what is it that you have today that you consider to be ordinary that you're going to allow the Lord to transform into something extraordinary for His use? Let us Let's look at three characters in the Bible who use their ordinary things for God's extraordinary use. Let us consider Moses. Moses had an ordinary rod that he would use to shepherd his flock. And with that ordinary rod, and when the power of God shone upon him, he was able to perform the parting of the Red Sea as God commanded him, using that rod as a symbol of God's power and authority. He used that rod to demonstrate before Pharaoh how God was more powerful than all the magicians of Egypt. Samson used an ordinary donkey jawbone, the jawbone of a donkey, to slay 1,000 men in one day because God's power enabled him. David used an ordinary stone, an ordinary slingshot to slay a mighty giant and the captain of the Philistines' band. What is it that you have in your hands today that you considered ordinary? Or is it just yourself? Are you saying, who, me? I can't. I'm not great like, Martin Luther King Jr. I'm not great like Barack Obama. I'm not as great as a Moses, a Daniel, a Joseph. But who are you? And what can God use you to do? When he shines his light upon us, we are transformed into his image from glory to glory to glory. You are going to do something extraordinary today for God. Allow him to use you in that way. Until we meet again next time, it's a Counseling Psychologist on YouTube. Be empowered. Be well.